Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Snappy Cappy. Today, we're going to be talking about our month favorites and some fun, crazy things that happened in the month of March. March was kind of miserable in terms of allergies. I felt like I was dying basically the entire month.
That's fair. I got prescribed like some allergy meds, so I didn't really feel the brunt of it. But now that I haven't taken them in like 2 days, like an idiot, I'm feeling it.
I know it took me basically until the end of the month to get prescribed allergy meds because I was like, oh, I'll get over them, or maybe it's a cold or something, and then it just wasn't. And then I finally went to the doctor.
Yeah. And the thing about it is like allergy medication, it doesn't work right away. You got to take it consistently for a little bit. But
yeah.
Anyway.
So the first question is, what is the funniest thing that happened to you?
Funniest thing for me was I actually had to make up a test for my next belt level in Taekwondo. And in one of the sparring matches, I ended up kicking my sparring partner in the butt, and I got a penalty for it, which is fair because it is below the belt, but still, getting a penalty for kicking a dude in the butt, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Especially because, like, sometimes you don't notice how low you're kicking until it actually happens.
Well, the thing that happened was that I was throwing a quick turn kick with the front leg, and he turned because he was going to do a turn kick with the back leg. So I ended up just kicking him with the leg that he was going to kick me with. So that's how that happened, but it's still not fun.
Yeah, getting a penalty in sparring is never fun.
It's never fun, especially when like you get kicked or something and you end up falling, but you're the one that gets the penalty. Mm-hmm. Not the dude that kicked you. Oh no, they're fine. You need to stay standing, sir or ma'am.
Yep. I have learned that one the hard way.
Yeah, it sucks.
Multiple times. But it's also because I got kicked so hard I fell.
Yeah, see, like something like that.
Yeah.
But again, the person that fell gets the penalty.
Yeah. So, fun fact about Taekwondo sparring.
Yeah. Some of the penalties don't make sense, but that's just how it goes. So, just got to deal with it.
Yeah. I have two little funny moments.
Okay.
One of them is also from Taekwondo, and it's when we were waiting for sword fighting matches. Mm-hmm. And me and you were basically the last two people left, and our instructor was like, oh, I have something special for you. And then he proceeded to say that whoever the winner was had to do laundry or dishes, and then asked the kids which one it should be. And they all said it should be both. The loser should have to do both. So that was pretty silly.
There you go. And funny. It's even funnier because I was the one that lost by like a point, I think.
It was 1 point.
So yeah, there's that. And just so everybody knows, I hate washing dishes and I hate putting away laundry. I mean, I'll do it because that's just what you do. You got to do what you got to do. But not the funnest thing in the world.
Yeah. I also hate dishes. I don't mind laundry very much. I just don't like how time consuming it is. It's like I could be doing something better other than like putting clothes away, but it's also like you got to do it. So
I just want to make a robot that just puts away your laundry for you.
Yeah, can we please have laundry robots? And then the second little funniest thing was just playing Gang Beasts.
Playing Gang Beasts is always just a fun time.
It's always utter chaos. Like, if you have not played Gang Beasts with like a group of people that you can have a lot of fun with, you should definitely do it because it's just crazy and it's so silly, like the situations that you can get yourself into.
Like what happened when we were playing, I think oh yeah, that's right. Our characters were on other side of Brandy's character, and both of us just like ganged up on her and we double headbutt her.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, we
So-
double headbutt her. She got knocked out.
Things like that. Like, it's a game where you can be a little competitive, but if you're overly competitive, it's just not fun.
Or the other one where it's like you're on top of the two trucks, and if you try like avoiding the sign, you still get knocked out anyway.
Yeah.
And we didn't know that, so that was super funny.
Oh, we got to play more Gang Beasts.
Yeah.
We need to.
We definitely got to play more Gang Beasts. The second question is, what are some books that you've read throughout the month?
Unless I'm playing a video game where it requires a lot of reading, I don't really read books. And of course, everybody knows this, but
yeah, video games are my books.
Yes, exactly.
And I read a book that was, I was gonna say based off of a video game, but the game is based off of the books. I'm still reading The Witcher: Baptism of Fire. And the only reason why it's taking me so long is it's my work book. I keep it at work and then I read it during lunch after I eat.
Right on. Yeah, that'll definitely, if you only have like an hour or maybe even just 30 minutes to read a book, it's still good, but it'll just take forever.
Yeah, especially with like how dense the Witcher books are. It's going to take you a while. There's a lot of world building, story building, and then, of course, there's a lot more that goes on in the books than it does in the games. So, yeah, you have to really pay attention to it. Otherwise, you're going to like miss something.
Fair. That's surprising because the games are huge.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Okay. I guess I never really thought about it, but
they're also a lot slower paced than the games.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot more detail oriented.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's just the world itself is so interesting that it's like, I want to really pay attention to this, know what's going on. Okay. The next question is, what movies or TV shows have you watched?
I don't watch a lot, but we did start watching another anime. It's about this girl. She starts playing like a VR video game, and she doesn't want to get hurt, so she just maxes out nothing but defense. So like enemies like can't really hurt her or anything, but she also can't run anywhere.
Yeah.
And that speaks to me because that's usually how I am when I'm building characters. So I think that was a fun show to start watching.
Yeah, it's just so silly too because in the first episode, she just lays down and passes out, and the enemy is still attacking her, and she doesn't die.
Yeah, she's just there.
Yeah, so I feel like the further we get into the anime, just like the more ridiculous it's gonna get. But I think it'll be a good one.
Like fighting a god
Yeah.
as an end boss, and just they send out the ultimate attack and just nothing happens.
And the anime is called Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense. It's a ridiculously long title.
It's just a stereotype of anime at this point.
Yeah, I feel like more modern anime and manga just have ridiculously long titles for no reason. But then also in Japanese, the titles are shorter.
Right.
It's just so that it translates in a way that we can understand. They have to make it insanely long.
Gotcha. I didn't think about it being like a translation thing, but makes sense.
Yeah, translation / localization thing, because they always assume that like Americans aren't interested in like things that are culturally related to Japan, so they Americanize it.
Yeah, that is a big thing around the world. But either way, I think it's a good show. I think we should watch more of it. So,
yeah. I agree.
Ooh, we need to watch more Attack on Titan, too.
Yes, we have not finished Attack on Titan yet, and the final season came out, 3 years ago or something?
I don't recall.
2 or 3 years ago?
But it might. But, yeah. We definitely have to finish that. I know, Sinners, it's one of the basics of anime at this point. But.
Yeah. And then we also rewatched My Senpai is Annoying.
I really do like that show. It's silly, but
yeah, it's really silly. It's really cute. It's just a really wholesome romance anime that's really short.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely something where you and your partner can sit down and just watch it. Yeah. And then you can point at each other and laugh and giggle and be like, "That's you."
Yeah, that's you. You do that. But yeah, that's one of the only romance-related animes that I've liked so far.
That's fair.
But yeah, it's cute and it's wholesome. That's why I like it.
Man, you have some of the mangas too, right?
Yeah. I want to read all the mangas. I know I already watched the anime and it's probably very similar, but I still want to read the other ones because I like completing sets when I really enjoy something.
Yeah, like your music library.
Yes.
Jesus. Can't just buy a single song. We gotta buy the whole album. Anyway.
Yep. Have to complete the package.
That's fair.
Question number 4 is, what is something that made you proud this month?
I have a couple of things. Number 1, I did get a new level on my belt. That's always something to be proud of. It's progress. Mm-hmm. Just one step closer to, getting your black belt, and then the real fun begins. So yeah, that's something that I'm pretty proud of because I never thought I'd get back to this level from last time. Yeah. So it's definitely, uncharted territory at this point. Mm-hmm. Another thing is I actually decided to go to school full time and finally pursue, a degree in something that I like. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm proud of that because, everyone should go to school, invest in something that you actually care about.
But yeah, if you've been wanting to go to school for the longest time, which I know you have, just go out and do it, especially if you're in a state where you get a full ride. Just go and do it because you're never going to have the perfect time to go to school.
Mm-hmm. Even if you're only able to take a class here and there, that's better than, not going. Yeah. Because then at least you can actually write that down and be like, oh yeah, taking college courses, that type of thing. It still looks good.
Yeah. And even if you don't want to pursue a full degree, there's plenty of certificate programs that are also really good to put on your resume. Having the opportunity to do internships at places that you're either interested in working at in the future or a place that focuses on your interest. Just take advantage of that because when I was going to school I never did any internships, but that's because no internships were explained to me.
That's fair. It can definitely put a damper on things when you don't have the resources. Yeah. Yeah, it's always rough.
But yeah, if especially if you're in New Mexico, there's a lottery scholarship, there's the bridge scholarship, there's all kinds of different things to where you don't have to worry about paying for it anymore. I mean, you do have to maintain your GPA, but maybe I'm just speaking out of I don't know where, but it's not that hard to maintain a 2.5. So I think if it's something that you really, really want to do, there's ways to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, if you're worried about income and things like that. They do have, again, paid internships. They have student employment positions, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, schooling is always good. I know it's very expensive nowadays. It's not something that, everybody can just get up and do, but it's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah.
Look
definitely.
at your options.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Something that made me proud was going through the stressful end of month period at work almost 100% by myself. I can't explain too much about what I do, but as like a general thing, we have budget reports that we have to do at the end of the month, and our system is very old that we have to deal with, and it's very grumpy, and it doesn't like to show you everything.
Fun.
But today we actually semi-figured out part of what the issue was, so we can get it fixed for the end of this month. And I did pretty good on completing one of the reports entirely by myself without very much training on it. So that's something that I'm pretty proud of.
You should be proud of that. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I have never been a numbers person, but with my job now, like, I have to be a numbers person and like it.
Oh, fun.
Otherwise, it's going to drive me insane. So, yeah, that's something that made me proud. And, hopefully the more that I do, the more comfortable I get with financial stuff, and I don't have to be in a place where I'm like, I hate dealing with numbers.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what made me proud.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Always lots of good things to be proud of.
Yeah. The next question is, what games did you play? Oh my gosh, Danny.
Jeez, Ian, okay.
Calm down, dude.
So the first one I want to start off with is it's probably the most simplest one out of my list, is UFC 5. I mean, it's still a lot of fun going through like the career mode and everything. It's a little bit more fleshed out, if you could say that about a game that releases so often, like sports games. But it's the same thing as UFC 4, I think. You played one, you've played them all, but still lots of fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you finally land that one tornado kick on that one dude that's just like irritating you. Oh, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I feel like UFC 5 is a little bit more involved in like the money spending part of it, though.
Oh, yes.
Because, like, for example, in MLB The Show, there isn't like a cash flow part of it, which is kind of annoying, I would think.
The thing about money in UFC 5 is, I think it's the same in UFC 4. Like, if you get hurt, you have to spend money or take time off to actually recover. Oh. But UFC 5, oh my gosh, I think they increased the amount and they increased the chances of you getting hurt.
Oh.
So not only do you get hurt more often, but things are also way more expensive. Like $5,000 for an ice pack. That type of thing. It is ridiculous. EA, just pull your head out of your butt. That is ridiculous. But anyway, no UFC fighter is spending $5,000 on an ice pack. That's okay. Okay. The next one that I want to talk about is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, I did play the first one, and I didn't like that one too much. It was just kind of clunky for me. But Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I feel, is a lot better. I feel like they actually, made the mechanics a little bit better. That type of thing. I think it's definitely worth a shot if you like deep RPG games, like really role play kind of games.
Yeah.
Because you are actually a medieval peasant. Like, that's how the game feels, and that's how it makes you feel at the very beginning.
Oh, wow.
Well, not the very beginning, because you do have like armor, all your stuff. After that, you end up losing everything.
Oh.
So you have no money. I think your weapon is like a club or something.
Oh.
So yeah, you have like nothing at the very beginning. And it's so hard to make money. The combat system is very unforgiving. But I definitely think it's worth a playthrough.
Okay.
Because it is very deep on the role-playing aspect.
Okay.
I have one more. And that's going to be Monster Hunter Wilds. I've played a few other Monster Hunter games, and I mean, it's pretty much, what it says. It's a Monster Hunter game. I really do like Monster Hunter Wilds because they did actually, I feel like they fleshed out the combos a little bit better.
Uh-huh.
You have a mount that actually helps you, if you have to sharpen your weapon or if you have to take a potion, that type of thing. The customization is awesome. The only gripe I have with it is you can't actually customize the colors of your armor until you've already beaten the main story.
Yeah, that's kind of obnoxious.
I hate it. I hate it so much, but because I'm the type of person that equips armor for the stats,
Yeah.
not the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a cowl, but I have like really spiky armor, but plate mail leggings, and it's just weird.
Yeah.
The biggest selling point for me on Monster Hunter Wilds was the palicos, because if you're a cat person, you can essentially make your palico like your cat.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome.
It's so cute. I love them. I only played one game this month, and I'm still playing it because I'm not done. But I have been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. I've just been on like a Yakuza kick lately.
It's become a bit of a problem. Not just for you, but like for me too. But
yeah, I don't know, like the characters are just so lovable, and you can really like put yourself in their shoes. Like they're believable to be real people.
yeah.
Like these are just everyday guys who grew up in a really shitty situation, got caught up with, the Japanese mafia, and that's just kind of how they've had to live their life. But it's also a really fun role-playing game. Well, kind of not really a role-playing game, but
I mean, you could argue any game is a role playing game.
Yeah.
But it's RPG-ish.
Yeah, RPG-ish. Like a Dragon is unlike the previous games where they were more beat 'em up games. This one's actually a turn-based combat game. And I am typically not a huge fan of turn-based combat games because I just think they're too complicated. Mm-hmm. But I feel like this game has kind of helped my strategizing a lot.
Okay.
Like I've actually had to think about like, okay, what should my next move be? How should I put these characters in like what role? How should I use them? Just a bunch of different things. So I think that's kind of like helped my brain keep working, essentially. Because usually I play games where you can just like turn off your brain and not think about anything.
Right.
But this game kind of makes that part of it fun to me.
I'm glad you finally found that game.
Yeah, and it's silly.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many ridiculous moments in the Yakuza games. Mm-hmm. One thing that I kind of want to go back to is when you said you have to figure out what role everyone's going to play. Mm-hmm. Because usually in RPGs, you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
The priest is the healer, and the knight is the damage dealer, and the barbarian is another damage dealer, yada, yada, yada. But in this game, I think there's just barely any descriptors for the actual job that they have.
Yeah.
Like the main one, the hero class for Kasuga.
Mm-hmm.
It just says it's a well-rounded job for Kasuga. That's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't explain anything further.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like, oh, this role would be perfect for aggroing and taking damage as opposed to dealing damage. Tank, but
yeah, because like for example, for the female characters, the what is it called? I think it's like pop star or like pop hero or something.
okay.
That's like the healer class.
Oh,
basically.
the idol.
Oh yeah, the idol.
Mm-hmm.
I forget they call them idols.
Yeah.
But like the idol is kind of like the healer class, or like there's one called the Night Queen.
Oh, I know exactly.
Which is it's like a DPS, but it's wonderful.
It's I would look that one up.
Yeah, just look it up. Like the different types of weapons that you can have is really weird. Like there's a weapon for one of the characters named Adachi, where if you are like the ex-cop job, you can hit people with a Slim Jim, essentially. Like you can have a Slim Jim as a weapon.
It's like those, like the what were they? The monster Slim Jims
yeah.
at one point.
Yeah, it's just like the super long, like thick Slim Jims. And it's just like it's so weird. And like the enemies, they'll transform once you engage in combat, and some of them are like grown men in diapers that cry.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it's just really silly. But we kind of like started backwards with the Yakuza series. We didn't start at the top or like at the beginning. So after I finished Like a Dragon, I would like to start from like the beginning and then work my way down.
Oh yeah, because in reality, we started, Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, and then I just assumed the next one was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, the names kind of are the same. Let's hop there. And then we skipped one. So that's the one that you're on now.
Yeah, because it's, well, when you get into the Like a Dragon games, it's Yakuza, Like a Dragon, and then Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, and then Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and then just most recently, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Again, with, the really long names.
Long titles from Japan. Who would have thought? So the next question is, what foods, and I should include drinks, have you tried and loved?
Foods. Oh, there is one. So I'm not a huge breakfast person. Right. I'm not big on breakfast food. Every now and again, it's okay. Have some pancakes, bacon, eggs, that type of thing. But I won't jump to it.
Yeah.
But recently, at the college that I currently work at, Northern New Mexico College, we have our cafeteria is open. It's open to the community. It's open to students, staff, all that fun stuff. And they have these amazing breakfast sandwiches. It's, just a generic name, English muffin breakfast sandwich. Mm-hmm. But they are the absolute best breakfast sandwich that I have had in a long time. I recommend the cafeteria at Northern. It's called the Lazy Buffalo. I would highly recommend having their breakfast food.
I want to try their French toast.
Oh my gosh.
Because I can eat French toast whenever.
I agree with that one.
I'm a French toast fiend. I don't have it very often, but like my dad used to make it all the time when I was a kid. And I would just...
Oh, yeah.
I'd eat like 2 of them.
When I used to work at Burger King, I would order like 3 separate orders of French toast. Now, every single order came with 5 sticks.
Oh, because they
Yeah.
were the dippable ones.
Yeah. So I would just snack on them. So yeah, French toast is delicious.
French toast is very delicious.
But definitely that I can attest to that sandwich being really good.
Super good. So this month I don't have a food but a drink. I have had the opportunity to try a lot of different types of tea this month.
Oh, awesome.
So where I work, my group kind of has a birthday ritual where we have anytime someone's birthday is coming up, we have birthday tea.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So they have teacups for everyone, and the birthday person gets the Queen Elizabeth teacup.
Okay.
That's like actually from England.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like a legit Queen Elizabeth teacup. So I think there were a couple birthdays this month. I think there was 2 birthdays this month. But the one of the teas that I tried was a cinnamon. I think it was like cinnamon and peach or something.
That sounds good.
It was very yummy, and I don't like tea.
Yeah.
I don't like tea.
I was gonna say they got you to try tea.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be like the weird person being like, oh no, I don't want it, because it's a special occasion, like it's someone's birthday. So that one I tried it. It was really good. It was really spicy, but it was also just like really yummy. And then we got that ginger tea from the Asian market.
That one is good.
That one is spicy ginger tea. Like, you want like tea to cleanse your soul.
Get that sick. Ginger tea.
Get that one. Because it's like, it punches you, but it like makes you all nice and toasty on the inside.
Absolutely. I love ginger tea.
Mm-hmm. And then another one that I tried at work, because they also have spill the tea sessions.
How often do you have those?
Every 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. You haven't told me about those before.
I know, because we just had one last week, but it was small.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't really spill any tea. We just talked about vacations. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just talked about vacations because everyone was on spring break the week before. So everyone went on vacation. And that one was a apple pomegranate tea.
That sounds good.
It was very, very good. So I think I'm starting to become a tea person.
Yes, finally.
I know, because I'm like, every time I hear someone talking about tea, I feel like I'm missing out, but I just didn't like any of the ones that I tried previously.
Well, because, you have like just very basic teas. Like you have the Earl Greys, you have just regular green tea, that type of thing.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people that just likes sweet drinks. And most tea isn't very sweet.
A lot of tea isn't sweet. That's why, honey, sugar, maybe a shot, sometimes people add.
I mean, yes, but oh my God.
But yeah, there is a lot of tea out there that's really, really good.
Yeah. So that's good. The next question is, what songs have you been enjoying?
I've mostly been listening to, again, still System of a Down. I don't know why. I'm just like obsessed with them right now.
It's just that time of...
Yes. But Vicinity of Obscenity is a song that I've been listening to. Now, it is, like the name says, obscenity. It's weird. Like most System of a Down songs.
Yeah.
But I love that song.
It's super catchy and just like silly.
Yeah. Like Bounce.
Yes. But a lot of their songs are like that. Even the not silly songs are just really catchy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A song that I've been listening to a lot is Dust in the Wind, which is a song by the band Kansas, but Corey Taylor and Bad Omens did a cover for it for a movie that came out last month. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's just such a good song. It's like how we were talking about the other day. It's like a adventure type song.
Yeah.
Very adventure-y, very reminds me of Red Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like you're going on this big long adventure. It's great.
Yeah.
I like it.
And also, again, ties in with the theme of March, which was very windy and very dusty.
Oh gosh. I'm still feeling it.
Me too. It's okay. I think everyone's feeling it.
Yeah, it was pretty rough on the allergies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Yen.
Excuse me, ma'am. We're standing on our notebook that we need to read our notes from. Excuse me. Okay, the next question is, what are some products that you have enjoyed?
Oh, I have one. And it's a mix of like stationery and tech. But I hope I'm saying the name right because I've just seen it in writing. But the Lamy All-Star EMF pen or stylus pen.
Yeah.
Now, I like to take a lot of my notes for just about anything digitally on my tablet. And the pen that came with mine is just super thin. It can get uncomfortable after a while.
Yeah.
Still works really well, but it can get very uncomfortable. But this particular stylus pen is shaped more like a what is it called? Like an actual ink style pen with like the nib and everything.
Yeah, like a ballpoint pen.
Not a ballpoint, but almost like a calligraphy pen.
Yeah.
If you know, have that idea. So it's a lot more comfortable. It still has the button for like the eraser, or I think for some tablets you can actually change what that button does. And it just makes taking notes, jotting down ideas, writing down, short stories or whatever the case is. If you're a writer or if you like to draw, it's just extremely comfortable. I would recommend it to anybody that likes digital writing or drawing. One thing's for sure, it is a little bit expensive. It's about, if you get it when it's not on sale, it's about $60 for the stylus pen. I got it on sale at about $42. So not everyone is willing to spend that much on a stylus pen, but it is a very good product for, the people that do like doing things digitally.
Yeah. So I have two products, actually. One of them that we can both talk about is the new Stanley water bottles that we got.
Yes, I love those things.
Which I can't remember what they're called.
I
should say it on the side.
Stanley 36 ounce Aerofill, something like that.
Is it Aero something?
The Aero Light.
The Aero Light. Yeah. I used to have one of the Brita water bottles, but it was just too small for me. Especially now that it's been super dry, like I've just been chugging water like a mad woman. That's because fair. I don't get satisfied. Like I'm just constantly dry. So I was like, I need a water bottle that's going to keep my water cold because I'm a weirdo and I can't drink warm-ish water. Like I can't drink room temperature water. And I need something that's going to hold a lot of water. And that water bottle has been perfect. I like how it has the twist off top to where like you could put ice and stuff in it. And then it also has like a little groove in the handle where you can put the lid to it. So you don't have to like put it on your table or your desk or wherever you're working to keep it clean, which is pretty nice too.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the the actual top of that water bottle, it has two different things that screw off, which is the main one to fill it, add ice, whatever the case. You screw that on, and then it has the actual mouthpiece, which is a smaller thing that you screw off, a smaller cap, and that's where you would drink from. And the handle is awesome. It's all metal, insulating. Again, I want to mention, of course, like you did, the little cap holder thing.
Yeah.
I never thought I would need that feature in a water bottle.
Right?
Yes.
But yeah, it's a really nice, high quality water bottle.
And they also have different kinds too. I think this one the biggest?
I think there was one that was like 40 or 50 some
What is
ounces.
it? Ounces? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like they had a huge version of it.
Yeah. So this one's really good. It's large enough for what people need throughout the day. If you're, exercising, whatever the case. They also have smaller ones, which I think is like I can't remember if it is a 24 ounce. Something like that.
I think so.
But they do have like smaller versions of it. It is a Stanley, so it's a little bit up there in price, but very good insulating water bottle. Carry it with you wherever, and it just works for everything.
Yeah. It's very like a white girl of me to say, but I really prefer like a Stanley water bottles and like coffee mugs because they have that little metal coffee mug, but that's like an old Stanley.
Oh,
like,
I know what you're talking about.
It's from like the early 2000s old.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm thinking farther back. But anyway.
Maybe it is like prior to the 2000s, but
yeah, because I remember my grandpa, I believe he had a Stanley thermos that was from like the 80s, and that thing was indestructible.
Yeah, like that little coffee cup is indestructible, and it will keep your coffee hot for basically the entire day.
Yep.
I don't know how, hot mugs from Stanley are now because I don't have a reason to buy a new one, but hopefully they still hold like the same quality standards as they did back then.
I would hope so. Because, yeah, I remember my grandfather using that thing for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a great product.
Yeah. And then my second one is going back to Yakuza. Our little Yakuza plushies. Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah. Little, I guess, chibi version of Kasuga and Kiryu.
Yeah. They are, chibi plushies that came out for the launch of Infinite Wealth, but they only came out in Japan. And I found them on eBay because I was like, oh, I would like to have like a little something from like of the characters. And I found those and I was like, I want. And they're so cute. They're very soft.
Yeah, they're adorable. And they're really good quality.
Yeah.
Especially for like a video game release. They're really good quality.
Yeah, typically here, like once you get merch for video games, they're just very cheaply made and just kind of like only meant to look at, really.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to find something like that that's actually high quality.
I'm just going to attach Kiryu to my backpack, and he's just going to come with me everywhere. So
he's just gonna go everywhere. He's gonna be Mr. Worldwide. And then the last question is, what is something that you've learned this month?
Something that I learned this month is it's always okay to follow something that's, number one, that you want to like pursue, but something that's going to benefit you.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay stuck somewhere just because, it feels like there's nowhere else that you can go.
Mm-hmm.
It's always okay. Like, again, you can always go back to school, have a career change, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to follow your dreams.
Yeah. And I feel like now more than ever, that's some advice that people really need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like in the US and other countries as well, but especially here now, like you're kind of conditioned to fear leaving whatever you're doing at the current moment, even if you're experiencing like discomfort, abuse, anger, stuff like that. And we really have to work ourselves out of that mindset and just making ourselves know and understand like it's okay to leave whatever that situation is, whether it be work, whether it be school, whether it be something that's going on at home. Like, you shouldn't have to feel afraid to do something that's going to be good for yourself.
Absolutely.
Like, it's okay to be selfish every once in a while.
It could be as simple as, maybe you're craving a soda, but you're thinking, shoot, I shouldn't be drinking sodas. It's okay. Have a soda.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just don't overdo it.
Yeah, don't drink like 5 of them a day, but...
Oh, yeah. But it can definitely be more complicated than just those words.
Yeah.
But definitely do something for yourself.
Yeah. Like, you only get to live your life once. So might as well live it the way that you want to, as much as circumstances allow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's some good advice.
I try my best.
Something that I've learned, which is kind of like two different things, but they kind of tie together. One thing is to not be so hard on myself when it comes to things that I don't fully understand yet. I've always been kind of a perfectionist, and when I don't like understand something or I don't do something right the first time, I get very angry with myself and very upset. And that's something that I've learned this month is like I can't be like that all the time because I'm not gonna understand everything right away. And that ties into like things that I've been learning at work. Again, it's a very complicated environment that I'm working in, one that I have no background in whatsoever. So, just learning about it's okay to make mistakes, but also like can't make too many of them because it's the government and you aren't really allowed to make any mistakes when you work for the government.
Absolutely.
So that's just been like, it's just been a huge learning curve in general, like the last 3 months. And it's going to continue to be a learning curve until basically the end of this year. So I'm in for a lot of learning, but from the things that I've been learning, that's all another thing I've learned. Just don't be mad at yourself for not learning something the first time.
Yep. You can't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes time. People learn at different paces.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up over some mistakes.
And I think that also kind of comes from previously working in environments where either there was no training or there was training, but it was expected that you learn it the first time and never get shown it again, and then management getting really mad at you for not knowing. So
Retail.
So it's kind of like probably a little bit of a trauma response.
Oh yeah, and that's definitely, when you come from retail, that is definitely a response that you have. It's like, oh no, I made a mistake. How much trouble am I going to be in?
Yeah.
You don't ask yourself like, oh, how can I fix it? But how much trouble am I going to be in?
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
Retail is hard.
Retail is very hard, and I mean, of course, everywhere is gonna be hard to work at, no matter where you are at. But there are other places that aren't retail that act like they're retail.
I know that one.
Yeah. So Yeah, I feel like that's also like semi a trauma response from like previous places that I've worked at, to where it's like, oh, I know I just showed you this 20 seconds ago, but if you don't do it right the first time, I'm going to hate you for the rest of your life. Like, okay.
Yeah, I've had situations like that where it wasn't necessarily about like making a mistake or not learning something right away, but it was more along the lines of I had no control over that thing
Yeah.
and I got written up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it just, and they, a lot of the time, like they won't see it your way.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Yeah, so that was kind of our month of March in a few questions. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, if you want to hear more from us, subscribe, because we talk about other weird, nerdy stuff or just things about life in general. And we promise we'll be a little bit more consistent in the coming months. It's just the beginning of this year has been crazy.
It's been a bit of a rough year.
It's been
There's a lot of plans.
There's a lot of plans, a lot of transitions that we're going through in life. So if you want to hear more from us, that's how you can hear more.
Subscribe. Do it now.
Do it
now.
Do it immediately.
Another thing also, I've been having an idea to do some Let's Plays on the channel.
Let's Plays
who knows?
Maybe
if you're seeing this, leave a comment. If you think it'd be a good idea, comment what games you like to see. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, so let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to hear from us, what you want to see from us, and we will see you next time.
And again, make sure you guys visit Immoral Create. They have lots of stuff, all kinds of nerdy stuff. Give them some love.